Being 205 was literally one of the worst seasons of my life. I came to a realization that I never really drank a lot of water when I was losing a bunch of weight. Most of the problems I always battled against during the weight loss phase was it tasted nasty, it's not palatable, there's nothing that's really good. It was just straight up boring. I've always had these random symptoms that I never knew they were actually caused from not drinking a lot of water by forgetting a lot of things, always feeling really sore after the gym, and sometimes having a dry mouth, realizing that I was honestly dehydrated. So I'm here to tell you how I actually started drinking way much more water to the point where it's actually simple and easy. It kind of flabbergasted me that I never did this in the first beginning of my career of weight loss, because this would have been easy. This would have made everything so simple, and honestly, not having to struggle those problems that I used to have when losing all that weight. What I gotta tell you up front is really the benefits when drinking more water. It's not gonna be the bullshit examples where I'm gonna tell you, oh, it makes you hydrated, it gives you this and that, it gives you better sleep, and it does. But ultimately, you haven't really known the perfect benefits when it comes to drinking more water. Okay, what I gotta tell you most likely is, why are you rejecting the water? Is it because it seems that it's boring, it tastes like nothing, it's not pleasurable? Is it because of some certain reason that you don't like the taste of it? If you're watching this video, you need to consider yourself as an athlete. You gave up on the taste pleasurable moments of food. You are strictly eating for nutrients. When drinking a lot of water, not only you'll be able to stop hunger cravings, better digestion, glowing skin. I took an experiment where, like, you see this pimple right here is where I ate a lot of bad food. But I've been drinking a lot of water and I don't really get more bad acne. Most of the time I'm not even hungry because of the water filling up. And the best thing I really love about it mostly is that I don't feel dehydrated all the time. I'm always having a dry mouth every single day. I'm always like forgetting where I left my car keys. I used to always just have, when I was to be in my David Goggins mode of going to the gym every single day, it was just cracking on caffeine and wondering why I can't really push to my max and I feel so tired. And again, dry mouth. Being able to provide more hydration to your body will give you more clarity, better focus, as well as more energy. So why are you rejecting all these? Please answer that simple question. Now we're gonna have to get into the dangerous parts about not being able to drink a lot of water. This is the number one factor. You're always feeling dry tongue. You're always feeling tired, forgetting things. These are gonna be the major symptoms that are actually gonna be telling you that you're actually dehydrated and you should actually be drinking more water. Another thing is that what I've realized is that my sleep has actually improved a lot, especially if you're going into the gym culture. Sleep is very important because that's the only way for you to build muscle and actually provide testosterone in your sleep. When I was dehydrated most of my time, I kept waking up every single hour, and it just ruined the process of actually trying to build muscle and increase my testosterone. And the worst of it all, I really don't like the thing where I keep forgetting about stuff. So really, I hate having the concept of forgetting things, because there are also moments where I'm in the gym forgetting what set am I on, because I forget what I'm on, because I forget that I don't be drinking a lot of water. I also realized that when not drinking a lot of water, I've always been addicted to company drinks. This is going to be like juices, energy drinks, because I realized that I'm only eating for pleasure and not eating for nutrients. These foods are just filled up with amount of sugar, which makes you even more hungrier and makes you even gain more weight. Which honestly is a really massive danger, because you're going to be spending more money and be addicted to sugar when consuming these types of companies. So this is actually the gist of the deal. What should you actually get? I would recommend buying a steel bottle. And make sure it's not with a lot of plastic. You're trying to minimize the amount of plastic, because due to having water bottles already have plastics in them, you rather have, whenever drinking water, minimize that. Personally, my favorite one will be this type of water bottle right here. It's called water hydration. It's a little bit of a water bottle, but it also tracks your intake. That also gives me the point that you should find something that's actually keep trackable. I really do recommend getting that one. I personally think that this was actually the number one thing that actually helped me. I had normal steel water bottles, like a big jug. Buying a steel water bottle will be the number one thing to help you drink more water, especially since you're going to have it right next to you. You're always going to keep it next to you. You're going to use it because you spent money on it. It's only about like 20 bucks, and if that's a lot, you could always go down to like the $7 to $5 ones, but make sure it's at least steel. Don't get anything that's made out of plastic, because I'm telling you, the more If you get anything with plastic, the water is going to taste nasty, and that's the one thing they were trying to avoid, because majority of people don't like drinking water because it kind of tastes nasty. But you, as an athlete, you need to understand that you need to be drinking this around the clock, because you are an athlete. You eat for nutrition, not for pleasure. So you're always going to have to keep it next to you. With that's going to be even during that work, doing school, studying, or even at the gym. These are really good benefits to have them, because you're going to always have it with you, telling you that you're going to need to be drinking it most of the time. With this water bottle, which I really like, it's because it has a bunch of trackers. It actually tracks your water intake and also tells you, it also reminds you to drink water. That being said, I recommend going on your phone and adding a daily reminder to drink more water. You're not going to really think about it that much, but once you type it in and you see it, just make sure it repeats every single day around like 12 o'clock if you want, and you'll just see it. You don't have to follow it, but at least you'll see it, letting you know that you should be drinking more water. This is going to add layers of accountability for you to be able to drink more water. And I don't have to tell you this right here, but you don't have to strictly go for just water. You could also go for other alternatives like I suggest that I go to, because sometimes, yeah, water is simply boring. That being said, you should go for black coffee, some herbal teas, or even better, coconut water. I really personally like coconut water because there's not a lot of sugar in it, but yet it still keeps you hydrated. Just make sure whenever you're eating these types of alternatives, you're getting what single ingredient items are. The same thing as you are when you're eating your foods. You need to have the same concept as eating your... You need to have the same concept when drinking water. None of this bullshit like potassium, sucrose. This is stuff that you should not be able to take, because this is just amounts of sugar and unnecessary ingredients and calories that you need to consume. So another thing too is that you need to start drinking water during restaurants. This is also a benefit because most of them, this is honestly a benefit. A lot of restaurants will make water free, and therefore you're only paying for the food. This also will help you avoid bloatness, because whenever I usually drink like a Diet Coke once in a while at a restaurant with my friends, I always get a sense of bloatation. I can't finish my food because the Coke that I got made me bloated. So with that being said, every single time I drink water, I'm able to eat more, and actually the food that I'm eating digests a lot faster. So I highly recommend, if these are the issues that you're having where you think that water tastes bad, you're not drinking enough water, I recommend just getting a still bottle, buying these other alternatives, or going to just strictly drinking water during restaurants as well. So put down that fork and go lift some weights, brother, and I'll see you soon.